Good morning everyone, welcome back to James Parker Sculpture. My name's James. Wherever you are in the world, I wish you a happy new year. I hope you had a fantastic Christmas and I hope 2021 is kind to you and certainly an improvement on 2020. Fortunately, I've been able to keep working. I've been really busy over Christmas and over New Year. This was a video that I never actually planned on making. I was really up against it as far as time goes, and ideally I wanted to have it delivered to where it's going, to the garden of Lord and Lady Mervyn Davies and the beautiful garden at her home in the south of France. Already have an apple there and DNA of a Dancer, which is one of my favourite pieces. Lord and Lady Davies have been very kind to me over the years, and I can just imagine this piece looking really fantastic in their garden. It looks out over an amazing valley. This piece is going to be a great addition. I've got to a level where I've got about 2 or 3 slates to go just to finish off that circular form. The important thing about this sculpture is that it's based on a torus. I want to say a big thanks to Fred Neubacher, one of my subscribers. He was really keen to see the piece that I made quite a few years ago up at Auchindoun House in the Highlands of Scotland, which is basically the same form. It's smaller, but it is the same form, and it's one of those pieces that I talked about in one of my earlier videos. I'm going to finish this off now and we can have a real good look at the form while I do that. One of the things that makes this piece so difficult is I have to build a certain amount of the sculpture, then build another part, fix that together, and so on until I get to this point. Now that I've only got about 3 slates to go, what I thought I'd do is film those and you'll get a real understanding of just how long it takes to make one of these sculptures. For this piece I've been using Spanish slate, which is black. I think it looks really good against the sky. And this piece in particular, you want it to be raised up slightly off the ground and it wants to draw your eye through. So now these slates are not quite as flat as they might at first appear, and that can make it quite a lot more difficult than you might think to stack those slates up. If I hold this slate in here, hopefully you can see that there is quite a big bend. That's just a random slate that I've picked up, so they are all like that. These slates have already been split down to about 8 or 9 millimeters thick. They are actually roofing slates. A lot of the slate that I use, as you've seen, I split or rive myself in order to achieve whatever thickness I want. But in this case I do want the slate to be quite thin so that I can achieve a really fluid shape, so that really is important. So therefore there's no point buying great big blocks of stone and then having to split it all down when this is ideal for what I'm using it for. What I'm going to do is position the slate on here and check that it doesn't rock about too much. Now this obviously does, so I want to move it back and forward to find the best point in order to get as much as I can out of the slate and sort of be able to remove that bend from the piece of stone. So that's pretty good. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to mark it here, and that's about the distance in to keep the form of the circle. I'm just going to do exactly the same along here so that I know exactly how much to cut this slate down. Now that should give me the right length to create the circle in this direction. Now obviously I've got to create a circle on this plane as well, so what I'm going to do is have a look down here from the side, and basically each slate stepping in, you know, round about here where it's the centre of a circle, they hardly step in at all. Up here I'm kind of stepping them in about ½ an inch at a time, and so it's going to be slightly more each time. But if I put a mark here and here, I'm not sure if you can see that on camera, but essentially I have 4 marks here, here, here and here. And all that I want to do is create an elliptical shape by joining those together. Now normally what I would do is when I'm masked up, I'd cut them down to create a more square shape, and then I'd offer it on and take a little bit off each time. The last thing I want to do is take too much slate off. You certainly can't put it back on again, but in the interest of being able to talk to you just now on camera, all I'm going to do is join those 4 marks together. Now that looks pretty good, and the beauty of putting the mark on the top of the slate is that when I go to shape that slate and knock it back from the top with a hammer, the slate gets shaped back the way to create these chamfered edges here, and those add to the fluidity of the form. Right, so I'm going to get masked up now and then get on and finish this piece.
Think about me because I'm starting to doubt we will find our way back to each other when you're on the other side of the world. I'm here and I'm waiting, but I know I can't say that we didn't end it for good reason. Still I'm hoping we'll be meeting soon. Everybody needs some time to figure themselves out, but I want you close, and I still have hope. I'm waiting every day for you to come back and tell me we can work it out, forget about the past. Now time moves slow, I'm not high or low, no, I'm somewhere in the middle and a little bit messed up, 'cause without you everything stops. So lonely when you never phone me. I put your picture on my windowsill to make myself feel alright, but I knew it would not be easy spending time apart, and I almost can't believe it. Believe that you're gone, and I don't think this will get better until you come around. I guess that everybody needs some time to figure themselves out, but I want you close, and I still have hope. I'm waiting every day for you to come back and tell me we can work it out, forget about the past. Now time moves slow, I'm not high or low, no, I'm somewhere in the middle and a little bit messed up, 'cause without you everything stops. But I want you close, and I still have hope. I'm waiting every day for you to come back and tell me we can work it out, forget about the past. Now time moves slow, I'm not high or low, no, I'm somewhere in the middle and a little bit messed up.
Well, if you enjoyed this video, please do me a huge favour and give it a big thumbs up. I think it's turned out really well. Let me know what you think in the comments. I've been working on some other really interesting projects, some of which are an absolute first for me. Also, look out for the video which I'll just be posting in the next couple of days, which is a look back at my first year on YouTube. What a journey it's been, coming from no subscribers at all. I didn't even own a camera just over a year ago, and here we are now with almost 10,000 subscribers. So thanks very much for your support. Wherever you guys are in the world, I hope you're safe and I hope you're well, and I'll look forward to seeing you again soon.
Slow.